So I got back home and I saw this news, and let's just get right into it. Disney Plus, we're getting 2 original series: She-Hulk and Moon Knight. Now, Miss Marvel is also getting her own series. I don't give a goddamn about this at all. Goofy ass character, but She-Hulk, Moon Knight. Now, remember, and again, I was one of the first people to really highlight this. You can go check my old videos. When I announced I didn't announce it. When Disney announced Disney Plus and the fact that Marvel was going to be part of it, I said that this was a game changer in terms of what this meant for some of the characters appearing on the screen. You can imagine the 10-year build up that happened in terms of a lot of these characters being introduced. It's only going to be a fraction of that, considering that now they have a streaming service in which they can put out original series, including live action series, that will introduce new characters that we have been asking for. Moon Knight, I was very surprised that was going to be a thing. Because yes, I know a lot of people were asking for it, but it seemed more so from like hardcore, comic book guys, people that care about source material, that were asking for Moon Knight. Though I know there wasn't a high demand for those normies out there. So the fact that they did that was really amazing to me. But I said that this was going to happen as far as a lot of these characters introduced. That was the biggest game changer when they announced that, and it seemed like a lot of people were glossing over it. You got to understand, with them being able to use this as an extension, they're saying that, hey, we have no problem basically having this streaming service be an extension of the rest of the universe, right? So it's going to be a test run from some of these characters, but it's also just going to introduce a lot of characters, which is a great thing. If you are a fan of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, this is a big thing. She-Hulk, I said that's one of the best tokenized characters ever handled in comic books. Look, man, there's a scale, right? All tokenized characters are goofy, right? I will say that right off the rip. All of them are goofy, and I'm always going to prefer the original to the other ones. I'm always going to prefer not to tokenize a character, right? Though it did make more sense back in those days, considering they didn't have all of this ability, the social media, to get a lot of these characters out here and introduce these people to these characters. Now it's no excuse. It's no excuse to do it now. Because you can introduce new characters, you can build them a lot faster than what you were able to do previously. But I did say Jen and She-Hulk, she's one of the better developed tokenized characters. It is a skill. Some tokenized characters are utterly shit. Some are better than others. Even though I'm against all of them. But She-Hulk is one of the better ones. I've said this time and time again, multiple videos, that she's one of the better handled characters. But then you gotta take a step back, right? And I'm excited because Moon Knight, I want that character. I like that character. I wanted them to be in the, more so I wanted to see a live action depiction of it. So this is awesome. But then I take a step back and I have to sort of snap into reality, humble myself. Because when I hear the words coming from guys like Victoria Alonso talking about diversity efforts and all of that, and seeing the direction that they went in the latter half of the phase, bringing in goofy characters like Captain Marvel, and that whole lure behind her, and now we know that Jane Foster's Thor is going to be in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and I see some of these Miss Marvel getting Miss Marvel too, so I'm sitting here like, okay. And obviously Eternals, which I haven't done my video yet, talking about how all of them damn near got tokenized. Jack is being played by Selma Hayek, bro. Come on. But looking at that, it's almost like it's cool that Moon Knight is a character that's being brought in. That's a great, in that sense, that you want to see the character But I almost fear for it when I consider, again, the end of the last phase with Captain Marvel specifically. And what it sounds like the direction that they're going in, I'm almost afraid they're going to fuck them up. And I shouldn't feel that way. I shouldn't feel that way. Because the great thing is, again, it's Marvel, Disney, they have a lot of money, so they can't half-ass the product. But we have, and I've covered this on this channel so many times, writers, screenwriters, and how they are arrogant. I talked about the Black Widow screenwriter, in which she's literally saying in an interview she didn't care about superhero characters. She wanted to basically boost her own political and social ideology and utilize the clout that's being given to her by way of these superhero films to do that, right? You have these arrogant ass screenwriters, directors, producers, and such who are like, fuck all of this source material, fuck all of that. Why go off of that when I can make my own spin on a character and shit on the source material at that? But I have my own spin, and if I have my political ideology, I can put that in there, the plot or this character itself. So that's what makes me scared. That, okay, great, Moon Knight, we're getting Moon Knight. Are they gonna fuck up Moon Knight? If they don't, fantastic, because it can be excellent with all the resources that they have. I think that's a cool character. They can be brought to life on screen, but will they fuck it up? That's the golden question. Will She-Hulk get fucked up? Is she gonna be this? Oh my God, I'm almost like, come on, man. Just me thinking about She-Hulk and Miss Marvel and how they could, with Captain Marvel in the mix, and how they could just use those three to just really, really get on some goofy shit. You know what I mean? And uber social justice nonsense. I don't want that, man. I would hate to see that. And I certainly don't want to see that out of Moon Knight, right? But that may be the case, and this is why I'm like, look, let me hold my horses. As excited as I am that Moon Knight's being brought into the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and having his own series, that's awesome. But in the same respects, this is Disney, and considering the direction that they've gone, they could fuck this up, and then I'm gonna be like, damn, they probably should have kept this character off screen instead of shitting on him with some of these arrogant ass screenwriters who think that it's their job to put forth their own social political ideology and beat you over the head with it in the plot line, right? So what do y'all think? What do y'all think? Do y'all share the same? You like, oh, you know, it's gonna be okay, or do you share the same thoughts as me? It's like, hey, great, but Disney could fuck this up.